It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're tuning into your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, right here on SABC3. It is that time of your morning. It's your Friday Tech Roundup with our expert Tienus Jansen van Rensburg, where we look at some of the most interesting stories from the world of science. Good morning, Tienus. Lovely to have you.
Good morning, thank you.
Tienus, you got my full attention. You know, plastic surgery has been a thing, and I think in the last couple of years has grown a lot in popularity. Everybody wants to fix something.
Sure.
But here's now, you're coming through and telling us about a new technique that can enable people to alter their facial structure without the need to have them cut open.
That's right. That's right. So
What do you mean?
This is a new technique that's been developed and tested on.
I know, my jawline.
We'll book you an appointment. It's a new technique that's been developed by looking at the molecular structure of the cartilage in our face. So this is mostly, let's say, for procedures around the ears or to fix your nose. You know, there's a lot of people that, for example, were in car accidents that had to then go through more painful surgeries to fix up, you know, especially the nose and below the eyes. And essentially what this technique is all about is by passing electricity through the cartilage in your face, they realize that there naturally occurs an ionization within the cartilage. So that means there's molecules in the cartilage that basically split. Then there's a positive and negative side, and it kind of points like a compass.
Yeah.
And they can use that with tiny needles to then just with a 3D mold reshape the shape of that cartilage without needing to cut open and re-stitch everything up.
It's insane. It feels like in the near future, surgeons will be able to look at you and make alterations just by looking at you.
Well,
Wow.
you can look at a picture and
deep
tell someone I want to look like that, and then a week later.
Wow.
I'm napping.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
That is very interesting. So with electricity, I did not see that one coming.
Yeah, obviously they're not going to electrocute you,
Okay.
small voltages.
Yeah, of course.
But it's still in development, but it has seemed to work on rabbits whose ears, for example, couldn't stand up, and they were able to fix it.
My goodness.
It's going to change lives.
Yes.
See
So
where that's
be
going to
good
go.
for people.
Here's another one. A Chinese prison said to be installing AI, artificial intelligence security systems that can track and monitor prisoners at all times.
Yes, I mean, it's again...
I would hope that prisoners are being monitored at all times. So I'm
any
surprised
case.
that this is news. Tell me
Yeah,
more.
so I guess it's a next level of monitoring. So you'll always have the cameras and things they use at the current time. But with these AI cameras, essentially it's different types of cameras that can track. It has facial recognition technology in it, and the AI model that sits in the background can alert the warden to any suspicious activity. So this is especially done because in China there are quite a lot of prison breaks because they've found ingenious ways to actually break out of prison.
Yeah.
This is now used to, this is starting to be tested now, to track on a minute-to-minute basis where everybody in the prison is, and to look at kind of weird behaviors. And look, it's I guess for public safety it might look like a good thing. Other people are saying these prisoners, it could like affect them mentally in that, you know, having to have a real big brother looking at you every single second of the day could be quite detrimental. But let's see where the technology goes and if it works.
Let's see where it goes. Okay, so finally, a security firm has found that data of more than 540 million Facebook users was left open to the public for months. Are we ever safe on these social networks?
That's a good question. I think that's an ongoing debate, right?
Yeah.
And part of the debate is what data should the social media companies be collecting, and should they be able to sell it for profit, which is what a lot of them do. The case of these 450 million customers was actually linked to one company. So they've got several Facebook pages. And it looks like they were saving this data that they were collating from users' Facebook pages just on an open server where there was absolutely no security. And one of Facebook's security contractors actually just came across it. They didn't have to do any hacking to find the data. It was just openly available to anybody. So, I mean, obviously this company is in quite a bit of trouble.
It's basically like taking photocopies of your ID, your bank statement, your proof of residence, and printing it out and pasting it across the country.
Essentially.
Yeah, I mean, that's what that's what our digital avatars are going to be like, right? Everything open to see for everyone.
I'm
eventually.
logging out.
Log out, check your security settings meticulously. Tienus, thank you very much for joining us this morning. That's your daily tech digest for this morning.